Welcome to the Community Radio Network. Follow us always via social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CRN Sports. Plus, listen to the new CRN 87.9 and still anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Back inside Jeff Adams Gymnasium Arena, getting you ready for the Southeast Raleigh Bulldogs and the Clayton Comets on the Community Radio Network. We're about a minute away from player introductions. Jackie, I bring you to the fold as I said in introduction on the air, you'll be doing a lot more video production. We're kind of short-staffed. Everybody's off for Christmas and holidays. We got people recovering, and
yep.
So we're kind of skeleton crew here. But
at least we're kind of something, you know.
That's right. What's your take on what we're going to see between these two teams here, Clayton and Southeast? You look at stats and papers; they're very close with one another.
Well, I'm excited to see what happens tonight. I know last night I didn't get to make it to the game, but from the little bit that I did get to hear on the radio, Clayton dominated. The Varsity women dominated Inlow last night. Was it Inlow?
Yep.
Yeah. The last I heard, I want to say it was like 30. They were up by 30 points.
Well, we get ready now to go to public address as well as on CRN for player introductions between these teams here tonight of Southeast Raleigh and Clayton. Good evening, Merry Christmas, and welcome inside Jeff Adams Gymnasium Arena on Jerry Smith Court, the home of your Clayton Comets. Tonight is a Greater Neuse River 4A conference match for varsity women between the visiting Southeast Raleigh Bulldogs of Raleigh and the Clayton Lady Comets. We would like to remind you that this event is sanctioned by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association, and the officials are from the Triangle Basketball Association. They are qualified with their years of integrity and experience to put out a professional game. Please show your good sportsmanship throughout this contest, throughout this evening for both contests and games. We appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to introduce the starting lineup for the visiting Southeast Raleigh Bulldogs, who come in tonight's event at 5-2 in the season and 1-1 in conference play. A junior guard, number 1, Elise Hill. A junior guard, number 3, Zamia Adams. A sophomore forward guard, number 21, Erica Allen. A senior forward, number 24, Erin Allen. And a sophomore forward, number 25, Mary Louise Capanga. The head coach of the Southeast Raleigh Bulldogs is Nicole Sampson, with assistants Tiana Hill and Jamison Sanders. Again, they come in tonight's game at 5-2 overall, 1-1 in conference play. And now, it's time to introduce the starting lineup for the Varsity Lady Clayton Comets. They come in tonight's game with a record of 5-3 and 1-1 in Greater Neuse River 4A conference play. A freshman guard, number 3, Yazana Lee Randall. A senior forward committed to Delaware, and she graduates, number 5, Dariana Howard. A senior forward, number 11, Kayla Robertson. A senior shooting guard, number 12, Lacey Strickland. And a sophomore point guard, shooting guard, number 23, Kaylin McCoy. The head coach of the Varsity Lady Comets is Mr. Marlon Lee. With the assistant, Whitney Williams. Katrina McCoy is statistician. So, there you go. Player introduction's done. We're ready, Jackie.
Your Steeler buddy over here said you didn't say nothing about him, so.
Well, I'm reeling in the fact that the Steelers beat Carolina the other night, so there's a chance they're in the hunt for the playoffs, right?
So we actually just talked about that, and the poor gentleman lost somebody. He was supposed to go to the game, but his best friend passed away. So.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. This game is underway quickly with Robertson putting the ball in for 2. This match quickly starting here. And there's going to be a quick whistle and a foul. And Jackie, remember what I was telling you, you're going to have to zoom in a little bit closer than usual because these green numbered jerseys are very difficult to be able to pinpoint who is who. As 24 will inbound it, that's going to be Aaron Allen. Allen will work around the circle, find now Yazimia Adams. Adams will now move around, hands it off back to Elise Hill. Coverage by the Comets now, led by Strickland and Randall. Under the paint, driving, losing the ball. Coming up with it's Howard. Howard will get the rock. She'll power her way, tries to get to Robertson. It gets touched out of bounds. It will still remain Comets ball. As Southeast turns it over there. As Robertson already got 2 points on the night, she'll inbound it. Howard right there ready to look under the scope. That was deflected away by McCoy. McCoy with a takeaway by Southeast. Southeast driving to the basket. Basket is in and 2. And it is good by number 3 of Zamaya Adams, the guard junior. Comets wearing their traditional white on white with the blue. The Clayton on the front. Comets on the front, correction. BSN Sports and Nike provided the apparel. The Fame C on the top of the back of their jerseys where the numbers are. And we got a fight for the net. Players down. A little slow getting up a little bit was number 21 of Erica Allen. She finally shrugs it off and gets back into play here. And now we work inside the lane. Brandon will try to go for a shot on the 2. Rebound coming back up Strickland. Strickland will set to McCoy. McCoy for a 3 to the left of the cylinder. Can't put it in the net. And the rebound going back down to the Bulldogs. It's Hill going back down to Adams, and they'll stop and slow down the tempo. We're still tied at 2:90 seconds and play in the first. Pretty close game here, Jackie. It looks like they're very even matched with each other. Remember the last time they played one another, it was for the conference semifinal, and Southeast Raleigh put a ball in at the buzzer. That was in Garner. Remember that game?
Vaguely.
The conference tournament. Inside the rim, going around the circle, finding Aaron Allen. Aaron Allen will go back down to Zamia Adams. Adams will drive up the lane. Thought about throwing up on a 3, and they're going to call it a 3. It will be number 1, Elise Hill, the guard junior for Southeast. Putting them up now 5-2 here in the first still. Fancy footwork, and I think McCoy might have just tripped on her leg or twisted something. She's wobbling a little bit, trying to walk it off. She's in pain. McCoy's going to come to the bench, and in's going to be number 24 of Cecilia Trader. Jackie, we did not need to see that happen to McCoy. She's
not at all.
Probably the second popular player besides Howard. And I don't mean that in any disrespect. They're all stars, but we know how good McCoy is and what she brings to the table. Howard now with the rock. She'll drive, box by 2. Puts it on the right of the net. Couldn't put it in the cylinder. And the rebound going back down to the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs now by Zamia Adams. Adams turns it over, goes back to Howard. Howard down, pushing past the timeline. Moving at midcourt, driving up the inside. Going down to the left of the key to Randall. Randall around to Robertson. Robertson is throwing the ball back to Howard again. Howard with the coverage now by Adams around her and Allen. They'll drive. They'll push. Nice shot going up to the right of the net of the attempt by Strickland, and it's no dice. Leslie Strickland on the shot for 3 off the rim, no good. And the rebound coming back now by Southeast Raleigh. Adams and Trader, they go at it with each other, and it's to steal away by Strickland. Strickland surrenders the ball, gets it back inside the paint, driving up the lane, going to go back to 25. Mary Louise Kapanga, and the ball shot off the net, no good. Rebound second time, but there's a foul. No, they do not call foul. They call traveling on Southeast. It's Comets ball.
No, it looks like there's a foul.
No, they are going to call a foul. Do you call traveling or do you call a foul? Even Marlon Lee to the left of the monitor says make up your mind. And it looks like they will call traveling on the Bulldogs. It'll be Comets ball. Robertson will inbound it back to Howard. Coverage all around her by Aaron Allen. A whistle, and there's a push called. Foul is called, Cam, on number 20, Jackie on 24, Aaron Allen. It'll be a non-shooting foul. No fouls on the Comets, one on the Bulldogs, just called. Going up the lane, Randall off the cylinder, the short of the rebound, coming back is Robertson. Robertson is short, almost tipped away by Randall. Randall touched the ball last, it'll turn the ball over, give it back to the Bulldogs as Mary Louise Kapanga was trying to go for the block there on Randall on a 2.
You said Kapanga. I thought you said Topanga from Boy Meets World.
Yeah, not Topanga, Kapanga. But she was one of my favorite females back in the day when I was a kid growing up.
She was everybody's crush back in the day.
By the way, Sela Edwards coming in on forward guard for the Bulldogs on sub. Ball off the rim of the tip there by Zamia Adams. Coming back for the rebound is Hill for the Bulldogs. And just like that, it's a 5-point lead. 7-2 and a steal by the Bulldogs. Going down is Howard. Turning over the ball is the Bulldogs. And they're going to say it's going to go back to the Comets. And then they're going to say no, it's going to go back to the Bulldogs.
Lord Jesus.
These referees are like the monkey from every which way but loose. They can't decide what they want to call here. As Hill will now put it in bounds. Almost losing the ball, getting it back to number 3 of Zamia Adams, the guard junior. Pressure now around her is Trader. Nice block there. Baker about took it away. Shot on a 3 to the right of the cylinder. The attempt no good. The rebound coming up with it by Trader. Trader gets it at midcourt. It's going to be Howard. Howard getting by 2, getting by 3. Somehow to Robertson, and the ball falls in the net. She literally about man tackled 5 of the defenders of the Bulldogs on her own, Jackie, to put in that score. And then there's a whistle and a foul on the other end of the court. Howard carried on all 5 defenders of the Bulldogs on her own as she was able to put it into the basket. It's a 3-point lead now, 7-4. Foul called to the Comets. It's a non-shooting foul, and they'll put it back in play now with Hill. Hill around the circle, back to Edwards. Edwards will now hand it off at mid to Adams. Zamia Adams pressure now by Trader. Trader all around her. Open shot by Hill. Hill now back around the circle, going back to Adams. Adams back to Hill. Here we go inside, and a steal by Howard under the basket. Under the perimeter of the paint. She's driving. Midcourt. Goes to the timeline. Finds Trader. Goes to Randall on a 3. To the loo and bounced off the left of the rim and no good. And the rebound. Somehow those shots coming up short tonight. About 3 minutes remaining. Under 3 minutes in the first of the period. Adams around the circle, going now back to Hill. Hill will go around to Adams, and they'll slow the tempo down. The Bulldogs will. It's now down 7-4. 3-point lead down for Southeast. In the lane, driving 24, Aaron Allen. Allen goes back around to Edwards. Edwards drives now to Hill. Hill now going to Adams. Adams couldn't put it in the cylinder, and the rebound coming back to the Comets. No correction. Hashtag fake news. It's now still going to be Bulldogs basketball. Adams going to hold on to the ball.
Every player on the Bulldogs team has touched the ball.
That's right, and they're trying to run the clock down in the process, but they turn it over to the Comets. No, they don't. Trader turns it back over to the Bulldogs. Give it back now to Zamia Adams. Adams with the ball again, and they make contact. They're going to call a foul on Trader there. She fouled Adams, but in the process, some footwork there by Cecilia Trader to go down. That's now 3 fouls on the Comets, 1 on the Bulldogs. Under 2 minutes remaining, 7-4 the score. And they'll settle it back in and get it back into play. Number 5, Laria Hicks, another player we've not mentioned, coming in, as well as Mary Louise Kapanga. And they'll turn it over and give it back to the Comets. Under 2 minutes remaining, Robertson will now inbound it. Robertson will get it to Howard. Howard's driving past the timeline, goes now inside, going to 22. Layla Baker, the senior guard, puts it in there. And just like that, Jackie, we're 1 point away from Southeast, 7-6 score. Inside the lane, fancy footwork there by Hicks. Hicks now, get it back to Zamia Adams. Adams will go back to the timeline at midcourt, pressure around her. 80 seconds to play now here in the first period of play. Driving, losing the ball. Comets come up with it, it's Baker. Baker gets it to Robertson. Robertson throws it up there to Howard. And they tackle one another. They say it's clear, and Trader will finish and deliver with a 2. Wow. Jackie, there was a lot of shake, rattling, and rolling going on there a moment ago. And the Comets have now took the lead by 1 on the 2 of the score by Trader. 8-7. 45 seconds left to go down. They turn the ball over the Bulldogs who give it back to Howard. Howard will throw it up. Goes now to Trader, to Stevens, to Robertson, and the finish in 2. They're on fire now here, Jackie. Leading by 3, biggest lead for the Comets so far.
I'm telling you, that last play, the ball went in between 3 of the Bulldogs members, and Howard just grabbed the ball and said, nope, I'll take it, thank you.
And Southeast just turns the ball over out of bounds near the bench of the Comets. It'll be Comets ball. 25 seconds left to go here in the first period. Robertson settle into Howard. Coverage now around her by Edwards. They cross the timeline, moving into Bulldogs territory. Here comes Howard, around to Stevens, trying to make a steal was Edwards. Going for 3, Robertson, no one home. Rebound, second time, third time, Stevens about goes down. Baker couldn't deliver. 5 seconds, and that's the end. 0.5, I looked at the clock, and that's the end of the first period of play. And at the end of 1, it is 10-7. So they'll take a breather, they'll reset, we'll reset 2. 8 minutes goes on the clock, period 2 in first half action. Coming up when we return. Comets basketball on the Community Radio Network.
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music.
This is Mommy's jam.
Then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
If you can plan barbecues and weddings, you can plan to protect yourself from a natural disaster. Sign up for local alerts, prepare an emergency kit, and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
End of 1, 10-7. Welcome back inside Jeff Adams Gymnasium. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to you. Final conference game of the 2022 fiscal year tonight in Clayton. Comet ladies coming off of a big win on Monday night over the Enlow Eagles last night. And now we settle in for the start of the second period. Jackie Posey, Wesley Outland here with you as we get ready now with a 10-7 lead for the Comets. Of the Bulldogs have the possession arrow first. Erica Allen will put it back into play. Going now to Zamia Adams. Adams with Baker around the horn. Great coverage there by Trader. Now they kind of break apart. Stevens will now try to, well, she's wide open. Now she'll close in and help out Trader. Now she's going to come and defend on Kapanga. He settles the ball to the right of the wing to Allen. Allen back to Adams, and they go back around the full circle again. 3 are under the paint. Both on the left of the nets. Left and right to the nets. Now motion coming in is going to be Allen. Allen now throws the block on Stevens. Here comes now Trader. She'll now have to close in. They go it off now to 24. That's going to be Allen. And then somehow it ends right back into Adams. And they've already knocked off, Jackie, a minute in play in the start of the second period. Literally have just took a minute and 10 seconds holding on to the ball, giving it to their players. But Clayton is not trying to fight to go after it, though. Inside, finishing. Robertson with the takeaway. Coming up with it's Howard. All of that for nothing. They couldn't get a score. Baker now the Trader. Trader, it's not in. Here comes Stevens. Rebound. Bryn Stevens. Fancy footwork. Wiggling and jiggling and giggling a bobble around the ring. Going around to Baker. Baker cleared her. And they couldn't still put it in the cylinder. And it's still going to be a 3-point lead now for the Comets. Driving up the lane. Robertson, Howard, they throw the block. Couldn't put her there now. Stevens gets the ball back. And somehow Kapanga couldn't finish, and neither could Allen. Both possessions so far have been called traveling now with the Comets. It'll be southeast ball. But, Jackie, what I was going to say, both possessions offensively have come up short for both the Bulldogs and the Comets whenever they had a pretty good time of running the clock out.
Yeah, the last two plays, I mean, they just 2 minutes are off the clock. Most of it was possession of the Bulldogs where they just kept it going.
Yeah, it was almost 73 seconds. 1 minute and 13 seconds to be exact. But the Bulldogs had the possession of the ball, and then the Comets tried to return with about a 45-second run, or at least 40-second drive, and come up short. And then the travel turns the ball over from the Comets back to the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs have the ball again. But nobody putting points to the board. Allen around the horn going to Adams. Adams now around the circle going down to Brianna Pippen. First time he mentioned her name tonight. And guess who's back in the game? The highlighter, number 23, sophomore Kayla McCoy. Going out of Robertson. Robertson back to McCoy. McCoy looks like nothing bothering her now as she drives under from Robertson. Robertson to Howard. And they finish and put the ball in onto it. It's now a 5-point lead. And a timeout's got to be called by the coach. A full timeout is being called now. Southeast down by 5. 12-7. Comets here at home. A big conference game on the Community Radio Network. We're back.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Okay. 12-7, 5-point lead. That's the ball to get back in play. Adams now for the Bulldogs. Suddenly back around the horn going to 24, Aaron Allen. Allen to Adams, and they still come up short. Moving around the perimeter to Brianna Pippen. Pippen will now find the left wing. And somehow get back through McCoy. Zamia Adams, been a while since she scored. And Adams will put in a 2. Green on green and blue for the colors of the Bulldogs. The away colors given to the common colors earlier. And now it's a 3-point game. Howard, Tween, going to McCoy. McCoy to Robertson. She'll hand it off back to McCoy here. Follow the flow of the ball. Wherever the ball goes, you follow. Randall around the wing, going down to Howard. Howard settles in. Moving. Robertson is covered, so is McCoy. Now they're in a standstill. McCoy now drives. Pressure. Allen gave her about a nice little block. It was all ball, though, and now they're going to call a foul on McCoy in the process. She was reaching a hand in there on Zamia Adams. And the block is called on 23 of McCoy. So now to be Bulldogs basketball again. Zamia Adams crossed the timeline at midcourt. Going back inside, Brianna Pippen. Pippen around to Edwards. Edwards now back around looking for Allen. 1 foul, by the way, Jackie. 1 foul for the Bulldogs. That's been it so far in this game. Going inside the lane. That's going to be Adams. Adams now back with coverage of McCoy. Somehow getting through was Aaron Allen. Aaron Allen will now go back to Adams. Adams on a throw to the right of the cylinder on a 2, and it's no good to the rebound. They're going to fight for it. Jump ball is called. Jump ball is called. It's going to be Comets ball. 3:21 remaining here in the first half, and it's Comets ball. On a jump ball, the Comets will get possession. Robertson inbounds it back to McCoy. Zamia Adams all over her. Somehow she clears the timeline at midcourt. About lost the ball. Fancy work. I thought they were going to call a double dribble. They didn't. Howard goes inside the lane looking for Trader. Trader up for a 2. She hit the under the backboard. Rebound, though, comes back to the Comets, and it's Robertson. And they're going to call a timeout. 30-second timeout is what they've called. We'll take one with them.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve used his camera phone.
Done.
By taking pictures of his important documents, Steve can always have them stored online. Learn more simple disaster prep tips at ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
It is a very quick timeout. 12-9, Kim. Damn it, I'm so used to saying Kim. Jackie, you're taking this game right now, a 3-point lead.
Clayton has to start making the goals. They have to start bringing in the points. They're showing up phenomenal on defense. And I mean, it's both teams have been right there on one another.
That's
defense.
right. Just not putting the ball in the net.
They've got, and I watched them during practice, and they were making the 3 points. They were making the 2 points. They just got to start getting them in.
We always say it's a different kind of pressure when you're in practice mode, and then whenever you're on the field in the court. Different atmosphere as Howard turns over the ball. Coming up with it's Aaron Allen. Allen trying to go coast to coast on the steal. She falls to the ground. Ball goes to the ground. No jump ball called. Bulldogs come up with it with Hill. And Hill will get it to Zamia Adams, and they'll slow it down, and they'll reset again. And they're going to say it's a turnover now, and it's going to be Comets ball. And we're right now settling again here. McCoy about loses the ball again. Great coverage around her by Adams. Zamia Adams. Oh, they fall. Howard goes to the ground hard. Aaron Allen about tackled Howard. And there's a foul called now by Aaron Allen for the Bulldogs, the senior forward. It's a non-shooting foul. That's the only second foul in the game, Jackie, for the Bulldogs. That's it.
It looks like the Bulldogs, they're just playing clean. They're playing clean, and it's like they're, I'm not going to say they're doing better, but they're on top of their game.
Well, we told you last night on radio at Enlow how important this game was going to be tonight. As a matter of fact, the decision was made for Coach Marlon Lee, Jackie, to not have his star player start the game last night against Enlow. And they still got to win against the Eagles. McCoy driving, basket, not in, but she's fouled.
And she'll go for 2.
Foul's going to be called on number 21 of Erica Allen. That's the 3rd foul on the Bulldogs in the first half of this game with 2 minutes remaining, and it's going to send Kaylin McCoy, the sophomore, to the charity stripe and go for 2. First one in. No, it's not good.
I'd hate to think when she twisted her ankle or she did something to her foot, I'd hate to think that that's kind of scared her off a little bit tonight.
And take her off her rhythm as both free throws are no good. 0-2 now at the free throw line for the Comets. And that's their first time tonight being there for McCoy. Still a 3-point lead. Let's be honest here. Comets have not scored any points in the second period. 2 points for the Bulldogs. That's been it. And they still hold on to a 3-point lead. Inbounded it back in play is going to be Allen.
And we can say also, honestly, it's a low-scoring game.
Yes. 2 teams very close with each other. Allen to Allen, going back to Adams. Well, it looked like Kapanga would have been there, but they turned the ball over. No, they don't. Adams comes up with it. Yes, they do. Howard gets the ball. No, the Bulldogs get the ball. No, the Comets get the ball. No, they blow a whistle. And they're going to say it'll be Bulldogs basketball. It's going to be Comets ball. My goodness. It's like fighting over the last piece of chicken on the dinner table.
Well, I wouldn't fight over chicken, but, you know.
The hell if I would.
Maybe steak. Maybe steak.
I would be fighting over some chicken.
Got traveling.
12-9, by the way. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year. Final. Well, thank you, buddy. Final conference game. And driving up the lane. Ball is not going to fall. It's a charge on the Bulldogs. Charge called on 24, Aaron Allen. (12-9). There's been only 2 points scored. That was by the Bulldogs. Clayton had a 12-7 lead at the end of one. It's 12-9. Very defensive second period, Jackie, as you said, with 35 seconds in the first half of play remaining here. And jump ball is called. It'll go back to the Comets. Three-point lead, that's it. 35 seconds now. Clock runs again. And Howard is going to hold on to the ball. Jackie, we've seen this a lot.
And that gives you time to go back into halftime, go back into the locker rooms and discuss your strategies for the second half.
Going to McCoy now. McCoy back to Howard. Randall wide open on the other side of the key. Twin, 10 seconds. Howard with the ball. Don't step out of the line. Howard driving. She goes up, goes now to 20. Short. That was Bryn Stevens short on the three, and that is the end of the first half of play. So, as we go to the locker room, it is 12-9. 12-9 at the half. Jackie, your take of the game so far again. No points, second period.
It's a very defensive game tonight.
That's right.
You know, both defenses, both teams have showed up defense-wise. Offense, I mean, Southeast, I don't want to say is doing better at it. I mean, they were able to score 2 points, but defense, both sides have been able to keep no points put on for Clayton during the whole second period. And then, you know, Clayton defense allowed 2 points to come on. Clayton's just got to come out and they got to just start making goals. It's not the fact that they're not shooting them and not getting them to the goal. They're just not going in.
And even with that even being said, Jackie, 2 points for the Bulldogs. That's all they got. Yeah. Offensively, Clayton didn't get any points in the second period, but they still hold on to a 3-point lead.
And I want to say that, you know, the Bulldogs throughout the whole game have kept possession of the ball more than Clayton has.
12-9, extended commercial break. We're back with more coverage from Clayton Comets basketball on the Community Radio Network.
Become a Comets athletic booster and take advantage of some of the best advertising opportunities in town. From signs that are visible to busy Highway 70 and throughout the CHS athletic fields that are also used by the town of Clayton and hosts to numerous rec leagues and tournaments, to advertising on the Community Radio Network and the Booster Club website. We would like to thank the following corporate and Super Comet boosters for their support and generosity to Comets athletics. The Christy Mangum team with Caldwell Banker HPW, ARS Rescue Rooter of Raleigh, First Federal Bank, Narron Incorporated, Walter Schmidlin, Attorney at Law, the Joey Millard Edwards team at Carolina Realty, Kim Roberts with Next Gen Homes by EXP, Prestige Pools of North Carolina, Vincent Orthodontics, Champion Roofing and Restoration, Hometown Realty, Horizon Family Medicine, and Generation Church. If your business would like to support Comets Athletics, please visit www.cometsathleticboosters.com. GNR4A.com. Thank you for being Comets All In, and go Comets! The Comet Athletic Booster Club would like to thank the following family super boosters for their support and generosity to Comets Athletics: the Evans family, the Fitzsimmons family, the Ivy family, the Lee family, the Lowry family, the Mann family, the Mitchner family, the Stavrianakis family, and the Winslow family. If you would like to support Comets Athletics as a family super booster, please visit www.cometsathleticboosters.com. Thank you for being Comets All In, and go Comets!
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
We're at halftime, and it's right now a 3-point lead, 12-9. Comets leading by 3 in what has been a defensive slugfest. That's the nice way to describe it, what the ladies are doing on the court. We'll get more analysis on that as we're about now less than 6 minutes away to the start of period number 3 in second half action. This is also the top of the hour. We'll pause for 10 seconds of radio identification. Comets basketball, Merry Christmas, Happy Ho 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 on the Community Radio Network.
Community Radio Network, WCRN 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. We are CRN.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Regresando a la escuela, sí tenía miedo, porque yo tenía pensamientos que no sabía si iba a poder hacerlo.
A los 47 años, Marco obtuvo su high school diploma.
Nunca es muy tarde para obtenerlo.
Nadie obtiene un diploma solo. Si estás pensando en obtener tu high school diploma, puedes recibir ayuda. Encuentra clases gratis para adultos cerca de ti en completatudiploma.org. Repito, completatudiploma.org. Presentado por la Dollar General Literacy Foundation y el Ad Council.
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music,
This is Mommy's jam!
then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. If you love them enough to listen to them practice the same song on tuba,
Please be done.
over and over and over and over and over, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Getting a flu shot helps us stay healthy, so we don't miss out on what matters. Like that family movie night your daughter can't live without. Yeah, can't do that. Every year, millions of people in the U.S. get the flu. Especially now, no one has time to miss out on moments that matter. So get your flu shot. Find out more at getmyflushot.org. Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
60 years of fender banging, tire scrubbing, Friday night stock car racing is what built the place they call America's favorite bull ring.
3 wide down the back straightaway.
Wake County Speedway is a quarter-mile paved oval where tomorrow's stars are crowned now under the Friday night lights.
I come for the color, I come for the cars, and I come for the crashes.
Tickets are just $15 with special discounts available. Family-friendly, NASCAR sanctioned, WCSpeedway.com.
Green flag in the air.
If you can plan barbecues and weddings, you can plan to protect yourself from a natural disaster. Sign up for local alerts, prepare an emergency kit, and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone?
Do flowers have best friends?
I don't know.
Hey, look.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve used his camera phone.
Done.
By taking pictures of his important documents, Steve can always have them stored online. Learn more simple disaster prep tips at ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
To buy your home, you became a house hunting ace. Learned about loans, scoured neighborhoods, and asked the right questions. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Sportsmanship. It means a lot of things.
It means showing respect for the opposing team
And being a good host for our visitors.
It's about modeling good behavior and not getting caught up in the emotion of the moment.
It's about winning with humility.
Losing with dignity.
It is about making my high school games.
It's a good memory that I can enjoy for years to come.
Mr. Official.
Mom.
Dad, son.
Daughter. Coach.
Are we in this together?
Sportsmanship. Together we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
Your CRN, my CRN, our CRN. We are CRN. The Community Radio Network now and the new WCRN 87.9 FM. And still always anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN.
Welcome back inside Jeff Adams Gymnasium Arena. Jackie Posey, Wesley Outland back here with you. We get ready now for what will be third period action. Jackie, got to wonder, what did Coach Lee say to those players in the locker room at the half?
Well, I think he said a mouthful because he didn't come out. Normally he comes out with 6 or 7 minutes left on the clock and, during halftime, and so they can shoot, but I don't even think they shot a little bit.
There might have been a lot of exchanges of different words here for sure. Yes, we're ready now for what will be the start of the second half of this game. You'll flip-flop them from left to right as well. It'll be Southeast Raleigh, by the way. That'll have possession of the ball to start the second half of this game. Clayton will now back to their bench to the left, from right to left. Clayton from left to right, Southeast. And the second half of this game underway in the third period. Driving now, Hicks. And they about turn the ball over. They do turn the ball over, and it'll go Comets ball. Varsity Man coming up next on this holiday edition of basketball. Less than 4 days away to Christmas. This Saturday, Christmas Eve, Sunday. And they go inside the lane to Howard. Box by 4, somehow in a square. Going to Robertson, and a 3 by Robertson. And it is good by Robertson. And the Comets go up on the board now, 15-9. Jackie, we needed that 3 there.
We did. Maybe Robertson come back out and, she figured out, she got right back in her rhythm.
Right back in the rhythm, right back in the saddle again. And a nice drive and a score. Shot for 3 by Randall. To the right of the cylinder, no good to the rebound though by Robertson. She'll come up with it and go back to Randall again. Randall can't finish. And the rebound this time again by the Bulldogs. Clayton up 15-9, a very low-scoring game. Shot by Hill, short by Hill. Ball goes out of bounds. Touched by Clayton. It'll be Bulldogs basketball. What do we got, a 6-point lead? 15-9.
Yes.
And the Bulldogs that turned it over. Come back with it all. She couldn't get it in time. Trader couldn't turn around. And in doing so, a save by Zamia Adams for the Bulldogs to keep the ball in play. Adams will drive. McCoy makes her lose the ball. She surrenders it to Hill. Hill around the corner of the midcourt line, back to the free throw. Shot up by Hicks on a 3. No good. Ball drops out of play towards the Mitchell family. That's, of course, Justice Mitchell and his mother there. Of course, thanks to Simone Mitchell and High Q Energy Drink, one of our sponsors. That's his wife. Ball turnover. There we go now. Ball falls. Coming up with it's Howard. Howard in a turnover there. Robertson couldn't get there in time and a breakaway there. Aaron Allen going now to Zamia Adams. They couldn't finish. Hill, by the time she got there, came up short. Randall's open under the basket. And 2. Good coverage there. 8-point lead now, Jackie.
I'm glad Randall was there. She was the only one down there at the end of the court.
Ready and able. Yasana Lee Randall, and she'll put it in.
I went a little too far over.
Yeah, she was following somebody up the stairs. Her 5 seconds of fame. Up the outside. 17-9. 17-9. Eight-point lead. Continuing to go here for these teams as now subs come in. They drive up the lane. Howard and a whistle and a foul. They're going to call that on number 25 of Mary Louise Capenga. Capenga, sophomore, freshman. Correction, sophomore forward. 8-point lead for the Comets. So the Comets are scoring points now, Jackie. Bulldogs are not. Robertson and a steal by Sully Edwards. Couldn't get it to McCoy. Ball bounces off the backboard. Nothing but Windex. 4 of 9 couldn't even help her. Randall put it in on the right of the cylinder and it comes off short. 2-3 times Comets fall short. Basket in that time though by number 3 of Zamia Adams. And the Bulldogs back now to the lead, cutting at 6. Randall 3, no one home. Trader had the rebound for the Comets and dropped it. It'll be Bulldogs basketball. And Bryn Stevens is coming in on sub. And we got a timeout on the court as well. They'll reset. 17-11. Comets, 6-point lead. Varsity women now. Varsity men coming up next, and we'll have it on the Community Radio Network.
Getting a flu shot helps us stay healthy, so we don't miss out on what matters. Like that family movie night your daughter can't live without. Yeah, can't do that. Every year, millions of people in the U.S. get the flu. Especially now, no one has time to miss out on moments that matter. So get your flu shot. Find out more at getmyflushot.org. Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
To buy your home, you became a house hunting ace, learned about loans, scoured neighborhoods, and asked the right questions. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Well, a full timeout about to come to an end here. 17-11. Comets have a 6-point lead. A crucial game. Jackie, we mentioned this when we came on the air. You got 4 teams in the Greater Neuse River 4A Conference, men and women, that are both 1-1 on the season, and this is 2 of them right now.
Yes, one of them's gonna be an upset, and then the other one's just gonna.
One's gonna be 2-1, and the other one's gonna become 1-2. 17-11, Comets 6-point lead, and then somehow the ball drops there, touched by Adams of the Bulldogs. It'll stay Comets ball. Some people are yelling it should be Southeast ball, but the referees are going to say it's Comets ball. McCoy will inbound it. Back around the horn, going to Howard. Howard's got Hill all around her. Somehow they clear. Adams has got pressure now by McCoy. High snap, got it. McCoy to Robertson. Robertson couldn't complete it to Howard. And they misread each other. The ball falls. It'll be back for the Bulldogs. 17-11 now. 4 minutes. We're halfway through in the third period. Second half action. Back inside the lane, going out at Elise Hill. Hill on a three on the attempt on the rebound. No good on the rebound coming up, but it's going to be Howard. Howard for the Comets, driving, and a foul. I think they're going to call it on number 10. We wait to see what they call it. Number 10, I believe, was it Celia Edwards? No, they're going to call it instead on Hill. They're going to call the foul on Elise Hill for the Bulldogs. It's a non-shooting foul. Top right of the monitor, Robertson to go back to Howard to Robertson, and Robertson on a three, and it's short in the rebound and a foul. And they're going to call it offensively now, and the foul's now going to be on number 3 of Yasana Lee Randall for the Comets. It'll be now back Bulldog basketball. So, Jackie, not many points scored again here, though, but the Clayton Comets are still in the lead by 6. 17-11. I cannot believe how low scoring this game is.
How low scoring the game is, and how many fouls have not been made.
They're going to call a foul on number 5 of the Bulldogs of Lorera Hicks, the senior guard. It's Comets ball. Robertson will inbound it back to McCoy. McCoy coming across the timeline, and there's a reach in and a foul called on Celia Edwards again. Well, we're seeing a lot more fouls by the Bulldogs than in the first half of the game, Jackie, that's for sure.
In 5 minutes, they've gotten 3 fouls.
The Comets ball here in our broadcast position at the table as Robertson will inbound it. Robertson with Edwards all around there going to McCoy. Foul on Edwards last time. 2-time fouls by the Bulldogs, non-shooting fouls. And they turn another foul here now. This one, I believe, on 25. No, it's on Celia Edwards again. That's 2 in a row on Edwards. Four fouls in the second half for the Bulldogs. 1 foul on the Comets, and that's it. And another turnover, and this will go back to the Bulldogs. Clayton will turn it over again, and they cannot get an offensive points from this.
No, they can't.
The only positive from it is they knocked off about 2 minutes on the clock. In that offensive drive, now we got a push. It's going to be called on 24, Cecilia Trader for the Comets. Actually, I think they might have called it on McCoy instead. And they did. And just like that now, we've got 4 fouls on the Bulldogs and 3 on the Comets. 17-11. Hill will inbound it. Back again. Number 3 of the Hornets, Adams. Adams will go down to number 11 of Brianna Pippen. Pippen will now go back to Kapanga. Kapanga will put it in. Kapinga in on the sophomore. Ford, and another 2 by the Bulldogs. Make it now only a 4-point game. Stevens. McCoy goes hard to the ground. They're going to call a foul. They're going to call it on Elise Hill, the guard junior for the Bulldogs. And this will send McCoy to the free throw line. In first time. Remember, she's 0 for 2, now 1 for 3. Last time she was at the charity stripe in the first half, she missed it. Right after she came back after sustaining some type of a injury where she might have twisted her leg, ankle, whatever it is. She's now
50-50.
Yeah, she's 2 for 4. And 2.5 remaining. Basket and one as Elise Hill powers to the net. Puts it in on the Bulldogs. The Comets will be called on a foul. It's going to be on Kayla Robertson. And this will be the first basket and one of the night. Zamia Adams, the junior guard, makes it. 3-point game again, Jackie.
At least it's a tight game.
A low-scoring game, a tight game, and they turn over the Comets will again to the Bulldogs. 2 minutes remaining here in the third period. Inside the lane, and a whistle and a foul and a turnover. Actually, a travel is called. Travel called to the Bulldogs. It's Comets ball. Kayla Robertson will inbound it. She'll go to the highlighter. Caitlin McCoy, the sophomore. And there is a foul called on number 1 of Elise Hill. And he said, do you want to get a technical foul? Do you want a technical? I'll throw one at you. She was a little mad there for a second.
That's her third foul, isn't it? In the last
third foul in the last 2 fouls called on the Bulldogs. McCoy, basket, she is fouled. 2 shots coming up. McCoy will go back to the line. Foul called on Mary Louise Kapinga. Yeah, Kim, Jackie, we saw Elise Hill. Elise Hill got the foul called on her, and then she got really, animated with the response to the referee. And I thought the ref was going to call for a technical, but he didn't. I think that's being very gracious. He had some sympathy for her. And they're going to call traveling on the Bulldogs and give it right back to Clayton again. They might not necessarily agree with it, but the referee is saying it's Comets ball. And Jackie, the coach for the Bulldogs, it looks like she's telling them you can't play that way. You can't make these mistakes. So it's not like she's trying to be in agreement or disagree with the referee's call.
But in all fairness, they called him for a double dribble. That was the last foul.
And the whistle and a foul now.
But they didn't call it on Clayton.
A foul now on 21 of Erica Allen. And McCoy, for the 4th time tonight, will go to the free throw line. McCoy will shoot 2. Correction, we're in the 1-and-1. We're in the bonus. It's the 1-and-1, but McCoy made it. (22-16). To the left of the cylinder that time, not even at the net. Bounce off the Windex to the backboard. And the rebound going back now to the Bulldogs. 22-16, Zamia Adams, bucks by 3, goes inside the lane, around to Allen. Allen to go to Hill. They come up with it, jump ball, Adams called. It'll be Comets ball. Boy, Jackie, it seems like everything falling in the favor for the Comets in this third period. Nothing with a little lady luck on your side. Adams pressuring Howard. Finally past the timeline. 1 minute remaining here in the third period. Howard from Robertson, basket and 2! And she puts it in!
Howard darted past. And then she gave it to Robertson, and then Robertson gave it back to her.
It's now an 8-point lead. Under a minute. Shot for 3. Bulldogs, air ball, not even to the net. Kapinga to the rebound, though, for the Bulldogs. They get it back. Going around the hill to the right wing. Pressure now inside. Driving this, Brianna Pippin. Pippen now will look to the left and find now the crease of Hill. Hill will now go back around to Adams. The guard junior inside around to the left wing to Hill. Hill overshot it to Adams and they save it again with 20 seconds left to go. Going around now, back to Pippen, to the ground. They're going to call last touch by Clayton Howard. It stays Bulldog basketball. And a timeout's called. Coach Nicole Sampson for the Bulldogs will call for a timeout. They'll reset it. 30 seconds, 24-16. Comets lead by
8. Sportsmanship, it means a lot of things.
It means showing respect for the opposing team
And being a good host for our visitors.
It's about modeling good behavior and not getting caught up in the emotion of the moment.
It's about winning with humility.
Losing with dignity.
It is about making my high school games.
It's a good memory that I can enjoy for years to come.
Mr. Official.
Mom.
Dad, son,
Daughter. Coach.
Are we in this together?
Sportsmanship. Together we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
(24-16). Comets lead by 8. Timeout called by Southeast Raleigh. They get the ball back. 20 seconds remaining now. Adams, short rebound. McCoy, Comets coming up with it. Driving past the timeline. Howard got around Hill. 5 seconds. Someone's got to make a move. And the ball got deflected behind the coach's bench. Marlon Lee's beside himself. I think Coach Lee wanted to get the ball to Randall. And they just misread each other. And they're letting him take a rest. And that's the third. And you see the Baker and Trader, McKernan, Randall, all them, Stevens, all coming in, letting the starters take a rest here. Jackie, your take of the third period.
Well, Clayton's up by 8, so that's good. The Bulldogs have come in the first half. They only had 4 fouls. Within the first period of the second half, they have doubled it. They have 8 fouls.
And the fourth period is next.
Getting a flu shot helps us stay healthy, so we don't miss out on what matters. Like that family movie night your daughter can't live without. Yeah, can't do that. Every year, millions of people in the U.S. get the flu. Especially now, no one has time to miss out on moments that matter. So get your flu shot. Find out more at getmyflushot.org. Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
Settling in for the fourth period. It's go time in Clayton. 8-point lead. 24-16. We're ready now. May the best team win, and they're going to call a push and a foul, and Marlon Lee is just, why did you do that? Foul called on 12, Lacey Strickland. And it'll be Bulldogs ball again. Driving up the lane, Adams on the right, no good. Kapinga couldn't get the rebound. They're going to call a foul. No, they don't. I thought they were going to call a foul on Robertson. They don't. It's just out of bounds. Last touch by Robertson of the Comets. It'll be Bulldogs basketball. They inbound it by Erica Allen. Allen Kapinga. Kapinga under the basket. And the Bulldogs go to the board. Cut the lead down to 6 for the Comets. If you want to have a good scoring drive and no mistakes, Jackie, you want to do it here in the fourth period.
If I was Clayton, I'd just hold on to the ball.
McCoy. Howard. Dariana Howard, and she's fouled by Adams. They are in the bonus. So it'll be a 1-and-1 at the line. 4 fouls on the Comets.
9 on
the Bulldogs are in the bonus. One more foul and we go to the double bonus, which will be 2-shot fouls for the remainder of the game, and the 1-and-1 is now for Howard. Couldn't get it in. The rebound. Back by Hill. Bulldogs get it. Adams drives. Basket falls. Are you serious? Zamia Adams went down in a blaze of glory, if you will, Jackie. And she put it in the net. Cut the lead to 4. Comets are there. Randall's there. Basket is in. No, it's not. There's a double dribble, though. Double dribble called on Adams, and they give it back to the Comets. Boy, oh boy. 1 minute, 3 seconds into this fourth period. It's been eventful. A lot of aggression, a lot of contact from both Clayton and the Bulldogs, and another foul is called. No, it's not. Timeout's called by Marlon Lee. We'll take one with him.
Sportsmanship, it means a lot of things.
It means showing respect for the opposing team
And being a good host for our visitors.
It's about modeling good behavior and not getting caught up in the emotion of the moment.
It's about winning with humility.
Losing with dignity.
It is about making my high school games.
It's a good memory that I can enjoy for years to come.
Mr. Official.
Mom.
Dad, son,
Daughter. Coach.
Are we in this together?
Sportsmanship. Together we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
Welcome to the Community Radio Network. Follow us always via social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CRN Sports. Plus, listen to the new CRN 87.9 and still anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN.
Timeout done. Game's not done, though. We're in the fourth. 6:47 remaining in regulation. Robertson inside. Box by 2 to Howard. Got to Robertson. Robertson in a 2. By the way, it started with McCoy. I said it was Robertson. It started with McCoy. And great work there. And now a response for 3. Bounce off the cylinder. No good on the attempt by Adams. The rebound by Robertson to Howard. Howard couldn't put it in the cylinder. Kapinga on the rebound for the Bulldogs. And here comes the green and blue. Howard threw a shoulder in there. It's out of bounds on the Comets. It'll go back to the Bulldogs. And that was some aggressive drives there by Dariana Howard there, Jackie.
Dariana Howard, man, she showed up today. She's gone. 1 minute she's at one end of the court. The next minute she's done at the other.
And they are taking a full timeout. Timeout by the Bulldogs. 26-20, Comets up by 6. Don't forget Varsity Men. It is coming up next. Community Radio Network from Clayton.
Some energy drinks want to scare you. Some even want to bully you around. And the others, they're just blowing smoke. Packed with vitamins B3, B5, B6, and B12, the new HiQ energy drink comes available in 4 exciting flavors. Skyberry Fusion, Apple, Coconut Fruit Punch, and Lemon Lime. Natural caffeine, no preservatives, no crash, no bull. HiQ energy drink. Wings are for birds.
Timeout done. Comets lead by 6, 26-20. Jackie Posey, Wesley Outlet back here with you. The fourth period continues. That's going to be Hill around to Adams. We've been mentioning those names many times tonight here for the Bulldogs. Going down with a shot by Hicks. Short rebound. Hill comes up with it. Couldn't get it in time to Trader McCoy for the rebound for the Comets. Zemia Adams goes now to Allen. 21 to the left wing. Erica Allen on the perimeter goes inside of the free throw line. Boy, I thought she traveled. They don't call a whistle. She powers to the basket. Rebound goes nullified. Here come the Comets. Robertson to Randall to McCoy and the 2. 8-point lead for the Comets with 5.5 remaining in regulation here in Clayton. Inside the lane, going down back around to Allen. Allen with coverage. There's a little pushing and shoving going on. Randall about got into Allen. They fight for it. Comets ball. No, they don't. The Bulldogs got it back. They turn it over. No, they don't. They got it back. Hill. Trader all around McCoy. They are trying to box in Adams. Adams now, the free throw goes inside to Allen. There's a foul. They're going to call it on Robertson. Two-shot foul coming up now for number 24, Aaron Allen, the senior forward. She'll make the first one. Foul, by the way, is on Robertson. That's her third. That's 9 fouls on the Bulldogs and now 5 fouls on the Comets. 5 minutes remaining here in regulation. Both free throws are good by Allen.
I didn't realize you could sing.
Howard around to Robertson, around there to go with the McCoy. McCoy to Robertson again. Look at the box. Look at the triangle they got her in. And then Randall will finish with a 2 and a finish and a 2. And then a whistle. And a timeout by the coach. And it will be a full timeout. And somehow, some way, even though the Bulldogs drive back, the Comets get the lead and they're still leading by 8. A big conference win up for grabs here tonight in Clayton.
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music,
this is Mommy's jam.
Then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve used his camera phone.
Done.
By taking pictures of his important documents, Steve can always have them stored online. Learn more simple disaster prep tips at ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone?
Do flowers have best friends?
I don't know. Hey, look.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
It'll be Bulldog basketball. 30-22, 5 minutes under remaining in regulation. Bulldogs set the perimeter again. It's Adams to Hill, and they can't get the ball to fall as Aaron Allen comes up with the rebound. And they turn it over on the Bulldogs. It's Comets ball, Jackie.
That just seems to be the second half. That just seems to be what the Southeast problem is they can't get it in the, they can't seem to score a point.
Just can't seem to get the ball to score. Varsity man coming up next. Should be a good one. And a Merry Christmas to you. We'll have details on the tournament. The men will be in the John Jacobs basketball tournament at Cleveland. The ladies will be at the John Wall tournament at Cary Academy.
She finally made it. She finally made
on a 3. 36-22. How about that? 10-point lead. They're going to say it was a 2-point lead or a 2. They said it was a 2. And they turn the ball, and they'll stay Comets ball. Randall. 10-point lead, by the way. Biggest lead of the night for the Comets. Robertson will inbound it. Oh, remember, this is fair. This is fair. She didn't cross the timeline yet. She's got to drive, though. She's got 5 seconds to get past the line. She got it there. And she got to McCoy. McCoy down to Robertson. And all around, Robertson to McCoy. There goes that McCoy trying to drive up the lane. Couldn't finish. Ball falls to the left of the cylinder. The rebound for the Bulldogs. Zamia Adams, and that ball will fall in. And it's now an 8-point lead again. Correction, I think it's a 7-point game. And foul going down here. No, it's an 8-point lead. I'm sorry. And a push.
Number one against.
Called on Hill, Elise Hill for the Bulldogs.
How many, we wouldn't know that. Kim's not here to keep up with the books.
Yeah, Kim does all that book stuff. I just, when you're in play-by-play mode, you just, and I just don't think you could, Blake Robertson enjoys doing the books too. So does Bruce. Shot up to the left on the rebound, no good. 34-24, back to a 10-point game and 3 minutes remaining in regulation. Adams to Hill to Erica Allen, or actually Erin Allen. Allen will get it back to Adams. Adams will let it go in and out on the shot. Rebound there by Dariana Howard for the Comets. Committed to Delaware. The senior and another two for Cinco. And it's now a 12-point lead. And we got a problem here. It looks like Kayla Robertson is down. Kayla Robertson is down. She's coming out of the game. And a shot for three short by the Bulldogs. Second time, third time, couldn't put it in, and a rebound by the Comets. Whatever's going on, Robertson being seen by the trainer. She's hobbling, going to the chair. 36-24, 12-point lead. Bulldogs now. Slow, boy, that's all ball there by Howard. Turnover back by the Bulldogs. It'll go back to the Bulldogs here. Clayton last to touch the ball. 2 minutes remaining in regulation. Shot for three on the attempt by Zamia Adams, and no good. Rebound coming up with it. Here we go again. A drive, a push. Oh, and now Erin Allen will be called with the foul, and this will put him in the double bonus, Jackie, for the remainder of the game. And the Comets are going to go to the line, and they'll be shooting double bonus. They're in the double bonus, so they're going to go to the free throw line for the remainder of the game now. A two-shot foul coming up for Kayla McCoy.
That's 10. Her sixth time there at the...
Yeah, I think that's five, actually. One saying five, one saying five. I think they're calling five. Making sure the table's in agreement. Remember, the house book is, it overrules everything on the scoring table. As the first one goes in for McCoy. The question was possibly 5 fouls on Erin Allen, number 24. Both free throws are good. And I think they're in agreement now that she's got 4 fouls. So it will stay the way it is. Adams. No, turnover by the Bulldogs. It's Comets ball. But I tell you what, Jackie, closing in under 2 minutes remaining. Clayton letting it settle in. They're going to get a big win here. A conference win at that. And they're going to go down to 2-1 in conference play.
Clayton, comparing first half to second half, I would have thought if they continued to play second half, the way they did first half, they would be.
Allen pressured by, oh boy, about ran into her own player of Edwards. But yes, Jackie, you're exactly correct. Totally different turnaround here, and especially in the fourth period.
Yes.
That's where you want to finish. That's where the men are struggling.
Yes.
They lose it in the fourth period. Same thing happened against Cardinal Gibbons last night against Enloe. Clayton blew the opportunity for the men to get a win on the road. And we'll see what they can do here next for the varsity men's action. 1 minute remaining in regulation. There is a push and a foul. It's called on Allen. That has got to be her 5th foul. That is 5 fouls now on number 24, Erin Allen. She will now foul out of the game. Elise Hill is coming out, and fouling out is Erin Allen for the Bulldogs. They're going to bring back in Mary Louise Kapinga. Remember, we're in the double bonus. We're at over 10 fouls in for the Bulldogs. And Howard's going to the line.
If I'm not mistaken.
12 fouls, yeah. 12 or 13, something like that.
I want to say it's the 12th.
It stops at 10.
Oh, so they quit counting.
1 through 7 is 2. If you go to the line, 2-shot foul. When you go to the 7, you go into the 1-and-1. Past 10, you go into the double bonus. Single bonus and the 1-and-1. 1 minute remaining in regulation. And Comets looking to win this one here. Bulldogs just cannot seem to get the ball in the net. Howard drives through. Comets come up with it. No, they don't. Yes, they do. No, they don't. Bulldogs got it back. Good work there by Celie Edwards. 38-24. Basket. No good. Howard higher in the sky on everybody. The Comets will get a conference win. They'll prepare for the John Wall basketball tournament at Cary Academy on the 27th through the 30th. 40-24. 16-point lead. Now cut it to 14. And that will do it. 5 seconds. McCoy, Edwards, Adams around McCoy. She scampers away like an alley cat in a dark alley night. And the Comets are going to come away with this win. Final score, 40-26. The final. Show the scoreboard. 40-26, the final. A 14-point win for the Comets. The Bulldogs will fall to 5-3. Comets will now go to 6-3, 2-1 in conference. Jackie, your final take of this. We're going to wrap it up quickly and get off the air to get ready for the varsity men next.
Well, I mean, the girls have done phenomenal. You know, they've won the last 2 games. Definitely was a low-scoring game, and that's been a first for me to see with Clayton, especially the varsity women.
40-26 the final, and as I mentioned, the Lady Clayton Comets will be on the road as part of the John Wall Basketball Tournament Holiday Invitational. That will be December 27th through the 30th. And that will be at Cary Academy. The varsity men are coming up next. You see the countdown clock on. Replays will be up in a moment as well. For Jackie Posey, I'm Wesley Outland. Big win for the Comets. Big Comets all in. We're back in a moment here from Clayton.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
You've been listening to an exclusive presentation of the Community Radio Network, WCRN 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. We are CRN.